Hello everyone, Amanda here from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Thanks for joining me today. And today I'm making a box I've wanted to try for a long time. It's nothing new, I've not invented it. I wish I had. And it's a faceted diamond box. So we're starting with a piece of cardstock. This is Blushing Bride and it measures 7 7/8 of an inch that way by 11.5 inches that way. Okay, so we're going to do some scoring. So here's a tip: if your stylus slips when you're scoring, rub it on the back of your hand or in the crown of your head to get some body oil on it. So on the short side we're going to start and we're going to score first of all at 2.5 inches and 4 5/8 of an inch. And finally 7 1/8 of an inch. Okay. So then we're going to turn it so that this skinny score line here is at the top. Okay, and we're going to score and we're going to, there's one score line, there's two score lines. We're scoring and we're stopping at the second score line. So we're going to score here at 2.5, 5 inches, 7.5 inches and 10 inches. Okay, if you miss any of these score measurements, don't worry, I will leave them all for you on my blog at Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. So then we're going to turn it all the way around, so we're completely at the opposite end of the cardstock. Okay, and we're going to score, but we're going to stop at the first score line. So our first score is at 1/4 of an inch. Make sure that card is buttered right up against the lip there. Hold it firm so it doesn't move, and your first score is 1/4 of an inch, which is there. Alright, and then we're doing 2 3/4, 5 1/4, 7 3/4 and 10 1/4. Okay, so once you've mastered the basic principle of this, you can make these any size you want. They're all over Pinterest, billions and billions of them. I just wanted to have a go. So we're going to take that off now and we're going to move our scoreboard away. So what we need to do now is, you will see, hopefully you will see if I just zoom in ever so slightly. So what we've got is we've got score lines going up there, and then the ones coming down are kind of in the middle of those two. Okay, so we've got these here and then we've got one up here, and it's nicely in the middle. So what we need to do now is, with the skinny line, skinny score to the top, we're going to join each one of these lines to the corner, and then from there to the corner of that score line, which is coming down in the middle. Okay. So from there to the outside corner there, so we've gone in a diagonal, and now we're joining this score line there to that one there again on a slant, like so. And what you end up with are like triangle shapes there, and you're going to go in a triangle, you're going to end up with them all the way across. So just keep going and you're joining those score lines up, top and bottom. Okay, so that you've got a central panel of triangles. Do it all the way. Okay, and then finish that one off like so. Okay, so there we go. So now we need to cut some of this away because we don't need all of it. Alright, so let me find my longer scissors. So we've got a skinny section here and this section here, and all of this section here all wants to go. So let me just grab a pen and I will show you. So we've got a skinny section here, that's going. This is going, which is like a half a triangle. All of this section here is going to go, okay, and this is going. all of this is going, and this is going. Okay, now this one here, we've got a square and a small flap, is going to be the lid. And then these two squares here we're keeping, but we're going to cut them in half. Alright, we're also going to get rid of that one there. So hopefully you can see all of that. Okay, have a good look, because that's what we're getting rid of. And then what we're going to do is, where we've scribbled this little triangle here, we're going to fold it and burnish it all, and then this half a triangle will come around and it'll meet onto there. So let's get cutting. Okay, hopefully you can see. Let me zoom out ever so slightly. So first of all, we're going to cut this skinny section here away. Okay, we don't need it. And then we're going to cut along that diagonal there of that first triangle to there. Okay, and then we're just going to cut straight up along that score line up to the top. And we're cutting all of that away like that. Okay, hope you can see that. Hope it's not too bright, fingers crossed. Right, so I'm going to cut this little one to the far left away now. Okay, we don't need that. Alright, so we've cut those two away so far. Alright, and then what we're going to do is, this is the top with the skinny score, we're going to cut down each one of those score lines first of all. Okay, to make it easier for ourselves. And that releases those sections. Okay, doke. So we're back to here. So we don't need this top section here because I've scribbled it, so we're going to take that away. Alright, and we don't need that one there because I've scribbled it, so I'm going to take that away. Alright, now I've scribbled the whole of this section, so we don't need any of that. So we're going to take all of it away. Okay, so we don't need any of that. And then these two sections here, this one still has the skinny part, so that's the lid. So these two sections here need cutting in half. So I'm going to cut the first one in half first, or roughly in half. It's just to remove some of the bulk. And then I'm going to use the piece that I've cut away, and I'm just going to line it up on there so that I'm cutting roughly the same amount away from that one as well. Okay. So then we have that. Okay. Am I right? Yeah. Making sure I've done it right. So then what we want to do is we want to release these bottom bits, because this is going to be the bottom of our box. Okay. Before I do that, I'm just going to fold and burnish those straight score lines. Okay. I'm going to leave the diagonal ones for the moment. So I just cut up there to release those flaps. Super, super simple. I've wanted to try this box for a long time. And like I said, I've not invented it. Right, so these flaps are now going to be the bottom. So you've got 4 flaps at the bottom. You've got a midsection with your triangle scoring. And then you've got half a flap there, half a flap there, a full flap with a small flap. That's what you should have. So let me remove all of these. This is awesome fun if you can master it. It really isn't difficult. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just gently fold where I've scored those, and I'm folding them all inwards, okay, so that these score lines are facing there, so it's poking outwards. Okay, just gently cut those triangular shapes, and it will just want to do it naturally because you've scored it. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to bring this small section here around and join it to there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some tear tape on that bit there. Okay, or you can use wet glue or what you like. Okay, Very minimal adhesive needed for this box. It's pretty cool. And, oh, I've just remembered what I need to do first of all. I need to do some stamping. I forgot, totally forgot. I'm going to stamp along here, along this faceted part. Let's hope that it will stamp nicely now I've just folded all of those crease marks. And I'm using this Flourish from Beauty Abounds, which is a beautiful, beautiful stamp set. And I'm using, what have I got? Basic grey. I fancied pink and grey. So I'm just stamping that along the bottom. Hopefully it'll stamp nicely now I've already folded and burnished everything. I love pink and grey. Pink and grey or pink and brown, just made for each other out there. So just carry on. Hopefully my big messy head is not in shot. Just carry on stamping the full length of the box there. Just to add some decoration. There we go. Nearly forgot to do my stamping. So that's this set here, Beauty Bands. Okay, so I can now attach my box together. Peel off that little tear tape there, like so. And this can be a little bit fiddly because you've got a bit, you know, you've got a cut off slant there and a slant there. So just take a bit of time and marry those up nicely, as it were. Okay. Make sure you've got it right. Okay, that's all right for me. Give it a press. Alright. And then you've got your basic shape of your box there. Okay, so what you need to do now is find the front of your box and then decide whereabouts you want your flaps. I'm going to have it that way. I just need to put some tear tape on just one of the flaps. It will be enough to hold it. Okay, some across the centre like so. Peel that tape away and you slippery little sucker, and then just make sure it's all lined up nicely. Give that a press, just stick your hand inside, give that tear tape a press, and that is your box. And then I'm just going to just notch gently those little tabs and just trim that because I've not cut it terribly straight. And I want my box lid to shut, so there we go. And I'll just notch that one as well. And then my box will shut beautifully like so. Okay, and then you've got that lovely kind of faceted diamond shape. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit more. Hopefully it'll block some of that bright light out. What I've also done is I've cut 2 pieces of cardstock. This one measures 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and then this one is 2 by 2. Okay, just to layer up for a little bit of added interest, and it also helps the lid to be more sturdy. We like sturdy boxes. We don't want them being, you know, flimsy and a bit pants. Okay, just trying to line that up nicely. I'll just open it and do it. Another thing you could do is you could put a little hole in the middle and add some ribbon as like a pull tab. That would look pretty cool. I don't have a ribbon that would coordinate nicely to do that, so you could see what you've got in your stash. Punch a hole in the middle like I say and add some ribbon. Right, is that in the centre? It is now. There we go. And so we're just going to decorate it a little bit further because, you know, I do like to stamp. Now and again I like to do a bit of stamping, and I'm using butterfly wishes because I think this butterfly is absolutely super, super beautiful. And I'm going to carry on with my pink and grey theme so that it all matches. So I'm just using the smoky slate. I'm gonna stamp myself a butterfly. There we go. Nice. Oh, I don't know if I could do with it being a bit darker than that. Let me get a darker colour. Let me get basic grey. I think I need I'm gonna stamp both and see which I like best. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm not sure. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? Just stands out a little bit more, but I don't know if I want the subtle one yet or the darker one. So I'm gonna punch out both and see which one I like. There we go. And I'll decide which one I like in a moment. So let's have a look. Which one do we like? Do we like the pale one? Or do we like the dark one? Or do we like them both? I quite like both of those on there. I think that looks pretty cool. Right. I'll leave that out for my sentiment. So let's do a quick sentiment. Let me find, have I got a small piece of scrap? No, I'll add those on there in a moment. So let's have a look which sentiment we're going to have. I think I'm going to have, what we got here? I love the little hellos, mate. I really do. What shall I have for you? I'm going to have hello. And then what I can do is I can use a small, I can get rid of that and I can use that. And then I'm not wasting heaps of cardstock. So, let me just take the sticker off of that. I actually haven't used it yet. Thought I had. And I'm just going to stamp that there. It says hello. I've got my trusty classic label punch to help me out here because there's no way I'll be able to cut that straight. So that is when my classic label punch really comes in super handy, like that. And I do like to make a little banner out of it, so I'll go like that and then just trim that off like so. And we can start and put our decorative bits and bobs together. So let's have a look. I really do quite fancy both of these, to be honest. So that's what I'm having. Just bend them wings ever so slightly. And I'll put one there. I can feel some sparkles coming on as well. Just a little touch of sparkle. It'd be rude not to add some diamantes. And we'll put that one there. Why not use both? If you've got it, flaunt it. And I'm going to stick the little hello just in there. Like so. With that little butterfly. Then we've got our little tiny banner. I just want it on straight, please. And then let's get some sparkle. Let's add a little bit of sparkle here. Let's have a look what we can do. So I've got my Noble Peacock. And what I'm going to do, oops, I'm going to just add a couple of these. I'm going to just dot them about just to add a little bit of extra oomph to my design. I don't want it to be, you know, plain. I don't do plain and boring, me. I like glittery. I like sparkly. I like pink. The only thing that's missing on here is a little bit of lace, but we can't have everything. And I'm just going to add some of these round and about in the centre of some of the flowers, just to add a little bit of luxury to my box. Why not? Let me just put that in the middle of that flower there. Come on, shift over, don't be naughty. There we go. I'll have one over here, and I'll have another one over here. Put that there. Okay, and there we we go. We've got our super pretty. I wish I'd punched one of these little tiny ones now. Shall I do it? Shall I? Let's have a little tiny one. Just to finish off that corner there, look. Because it's bugging me. I'm gonna have to. And I'm gonna have that one. I'm gonna have it in Blushing Bride. So let me just do that like so. Because I'm never done, me, am I? I've got to keep going until I'm happy. If I'm not happy, I have to keep going. Right, that doesn't actually marry up with that one. It must be a different one. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to ever so quickly, because I won't be happy until it's right. So do give this box a try. I'll leave the details over on my blog at scrimpingmommy.co.uk, so all the measurements will be there for you. If you've never done one before and you're uncertain, don't use your bestest card. Don't use your very best card on the first go, or even try it out of copy paper. That's what I often do when I'm trying something new. I will try it out of copy paper first so that I'm not wasting cardstock, because there's nothing bugs me more than wasting my card. And give it a try, and I'm not joking, you'll get it right first time. It really is not difficult, and it's awesome fun. It's a lovely box to add to your repertoire. There we go. I'm happy now. That little space has another little butterfly. And you will have the best fun ever. There we go. I think that's really super cute. I love the little stamping all the way around with the little gems as well. Go and give that a try. It's awesome fun. I'm really glad I tried it. I might make some more now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.